right, let's get it. What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Wrights Crypto. It is Wednesday, February 18th. One more day of February left, and then it is March. Bitcoin's at 60,000. I woke up. I looked at my phone, and I did not believe it. And then I gave myself like am I dreaming? Is this real? It was real. Bitcoin's really at 60,000. Ethereum's really chilling. I'm refreshing. 61,000. Excuse me. Let me fix this really fast so I can show you. In case any of you think I'm lying. I'm not lying. Look at this. 61,000. What? Ethereum, 3,365. BNB, I'm glad I have a couple BNB stored away. You know, I used the bridge. I got to the BNB. I was going to do a bot. I didn't do the bot. I just left the BNB, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I was like, should I move this BNB over? I said, nah, just leave it in there. It's just a couple. Glad I left it in there. It's doing great. Solana 112, XRP 58, Cardano 64. I'm getting bullish on Cardano. Cardano is, a top 10 pick. I mean, let me scoot this on over so y'all can see it better. Not that, this. All right. Cardano, man, like, it's kind of hard to sleep on it. Wait, where'd it go? Here we go. We're talking a market cap of 22.7 billion on Cardano. It isn't like one of those crazy upside picks. You know what I mean? But there's still a lot of potential with Cardano. There is a limit to the upside because how large it is. But at the same time, I ran some math yesterday. And if you bought $1,000 of Cardano right now as in, at 9:50 last night, it would have been worth $4,998 if ADA went to its previous all-time high. And if ADA went to $5, it'd be $8,061, fam. We're about to make so much money. Man. And that's facts. But this is kind of the story though, because someone said, Mr. Bags down here said, do algo, do algo. And I consider the Algorand all-time high 282, not the launch. If you go to Masari, it'll say 319. It says 319 because that's the price was when it launched. Well, I consider the 2021 high Algorand's all-time high. And that would be wait, where is it at? Yeah, and that would be 13,384. And if Algorand went to $5, it would be 23,730 off a $1,000 investment. But is Algorand going to go to $5? I don't know. That seems like quite the reach. But that is kind of a comparison. Cardano to all-time high, about 5,000. Algorand to all-time high, 13,000. And that's because how large Cardano's market cap is. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you don't. I'm okay with being spread out into a handful of safe bets. A lot of my portfolio strategy. The way I do it is I pick like between no more than 10 coins. 8 coins is a good number. And what I do is if I go like a 17, 17, 10, 10, 8, 8 spread, so it goes like this, where the largest holdings are smaller market caps. And then the smaller the holdings, the larger the market cap. So say in my 10K portfolio build, for instance, I have XRP, I have Chainlink. I have about 8 to 10% of all of them. And that's the way I like to do it because, I still have that exposure. I call those holds an anchor. They kind of anchor the portfolio, kind of round it off. And, and if they really do perform because they're so popular, they're going to do well. I'll still get gains from that, even if it's not as large of the gains as the smaller market cap coins. But that's okay because the smaller market cap coins are the larger holds in the portfolio. So, you don't ever really want to think that all in, all out mentality. I feel like a lot of people in crypto, especially newer people in crypto, what they do is they say, oh, this coin, that's outside the top 100. I only have $4,000 to my name. I'm going to put 3,000 in this coin and then like 1,000 in Ethereum or something. I'm just like, what the hell are you guys doing? Don't do that. So, just a little bit of strategy here in the morning. We got a lot to talk about today, but I do appreciate all 158 of you already in the house. You guys are awesome. I'm going to say what's up to the chat real quick. Let me click over on here. All right, we got my guy Blockchain, Bonehead, Brian, Bootyhead, Jacob Burgress, SDog21. My guy Ricky Burris from Budds Creek. Shout out to Ricky. Can't wait to the race this summer. Ricky, I am going to Daytona Supercross this weekend and Arena Cross on Friday night. My dad is flying in tomorrow. I will not be live streaming on Friday. I will be going to the races. Sorry about it. Okay. But I will be making some content in Daytona. Today, I am filming a Cardano price prediction. I feel like it's time to do a revised Cardano price prediction. When I did my the graph price prediction video, did quite well, by the way. Here, let me click over on this so you guys can see the let me get a little refresh here. Share this tab instead. All right, boom. Here's my page. Definitely about 12.3 thousand subscribers. Love to see it. This graph price prediction right here. That video did pretty well, 7.3K in one, a little bit more than 1 day. Love to see it. And the Glitter Queen and I, we're building our 2 new portfolios. Definitely check out that video. There's a lot of really good TA in this video. Maybe I'll just go over it a little bit and, check out the graph price prediction. But in the comments of the graph price prediction video, a lot of people are asking for a Cardano price prediction. So I got you. Cardano price prediction coming soon. No problem. So just little housekeeping really fast. I do want to say that yesterday I went through the analytics on my YouTube page, and I find that really interesting. I didn't know this. I didn't know that only 42% of my viewers are in America. The third largest city that watches my channel is in India. And there's like people from France and the UK in the top 10. I think UK is like 4th or something. I didn't realize how international my audience was. And I kind of thought most of my audience was American, mainly because it's at 10:30 in the morning on the East Coast. I kind of thought that it was a lot of them. I was wrong. And I find that very interesting. Also in my YouTube analytics, I learned that 24% of the people that consistently watch this channel are not subscribed. 24% of you. 24. I know how many views I get. It's not bad. I'm not George. I'm not BitBoy, but I'll get there. But 24? Come on, guys. Smash the likes. Give it some love. Talking about analytics and stuff. And I got my guy Des Brooks says UK #1 follower. Shout out to my guy Des Brooks, and shout out to all my my UK fans. I really do appreciate that. I find that amazing. Right there, Danielson. You are here representing Middle England. Much love. That is so awesome. I had no idea. And one day I'm gonna go to England. I'm gonna go hang out with you guys. That'd be a great time. The Crypto Buffalo $5 super chat. The Arweave chart is sexy. Thanks, bro. Hey man, I got you. I do want to say, everybody, that this video here, the 8 crypto picks to target pre-halving, this video, don't sleep on this one, guys. Don't sleep on this one. And Arweave was one of the picks in that video. We're up 50% since this video. All right. I mean, I talked about a lot of projects in this video, 8 projects to be exact with you. And all 8 of them are up pretty significantly since this video. I'm not just coming on here and ranting. Do I come on here and rant? Yes, I do. But when I give you guys alpha, man, you guys don't understand. I spend a lot of time staring at charts, going through charts, alarms going off. I'm in a lot of alpha groups. I see a lot of stuff. And when I put out these videos, man, I don't want you guys to sleep on it. I put a lot of time into this, and I want you guys to make money. Like, I really do. I'm really trying to, like, what can I do to help my audience? I think this to myself every day. You know what I mean? And it's not easy, but at the same time, like, I want you guys to be successful. And so when I put these videos out, man, I'm telling you, like, even the portfolio videos, in the portfolio updates, even if you don't want to follow along, even if you don't care about the portfolios we're building, watch those videos for the TA. The TA, yesterday in that video, I pointed out 4 charts, all with cup and handles. 4 charts, all 4 have cup and handles with measured moves. And 2 of them are more than 100% away from the measured move. Watch that video. We got a $5 super chat from my guy, SWFL Crypto. Thought on Pyth supply going from 15 billion to 36 billion in April, and how that will affect all-time high this bull run. Conviction, can it 7 to 10x from here? Yeah, I know that Pyth, it does, its vesting schedule isn't the best situation, but I think with that coin, it's more narrative for me. Do I always take tokenomics into account? That's the reason I like Filecoin over Arweave. I mean, excuse me, back that up. That's why I like Arweave over Filecoin, a strictly tokenomics setup. That's why I like Quant so much. strictly tokenomic setup. But there are still picks that I will trade and will buy, knowing that the tokenomics are bad, but I also know that the narrative is strong. Right now, Python has a very strong narrative, especially with oracles, and it's on Solana. Kind of has two big hitter narratives there. And I mean, they just partnered up with HBAR. Like, I really, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's kind of like you have to. It's not like I'm trying to hold this coin for 5 years. I'm just trying to get the pump. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. I do have a little bit of extra time in this show. I put a couple stories, but really today I wanted to kind of talk strategy and I wanted to talk charts. But I still have a couple stories I want to show you, and I want to do some shout outs from the chat. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. So this right here, the circulating supply on Pyth. Well, first of all, it's 96. So, just inside the top 100. Circulating supply 1.5 billion with a 10 billion supply. So obviously this thing has a long way to go. I think it's a quite aggressive vesting schedule. Let's see if it's on token unlocks. I'm not 100% sure if it's on here, but it should be. And sometimes this website isn't 100% accurate, but I still like to use it as like a guideline to see. Okay, here we go. Pyth network. Off-chain verified. Maybe they're okay. Vesting schedule. Oop, did not mean to click that. Okay, so yeah, so the way this one works is this is called a cliff. So just for any beginners, a linear unlock is when something slowly goes up like this, and a cliff is when it goes up, goes up like a staircase. Okay, that's the difference between a cliff and linear unlock. So with Pyth here, it has a cliff unlock. So, right here, it's going to jump substantially, all the way to, like he said in the super chat, 3.6 billion, and then another big unlock, May of 25, and then another one in May of 26. So I think it is one year at a time. I think 1 year at a time, it looks like it has a big cliff. And then by July of 2027, that will, should be the very top of that. So do understand that when we go back to this, I mean, we're only 15% of the way there. But keep in mind, I mean, we're also talking a coin that only has a $1 billion market cap. So say Pyth goes to, 15, 20 billion, and by the top of the bull run, it will be around, it'll be at 5.75. So the supply will probably triple, about more than triple, but the market cap will also be completely juiced. So, and also look at the allocations as well, like private sales, protocol development, community, publisher reward, ecosystem growth. The things with big unlocks is that just because there's unlocks doesn't guarantee that the price is going to go down, because with the unlocks, people would have to sell the coins that they get from their allocations for the price to tank. And a lot of times, especially early on in projects, these people will hold. A lot of people will hold. Will there be some people that sell? Of course there will be. But how we figured that, I actually like to figure out how to figure that out. That's quite an interesting thought. But at the end of the day, man, I still think it's going to be a rock solid project. I really do. Someone asked me, am I racing Arena Cross? Man, I wish I was racing Arena Cross. I miss racing Arena Cross. Yeah, I would be so down for a meetup in the UK. The Glitter Queen is right on about that. We got let me check the chat. $5 super chat from Jake Morgal. From current prices, what coin performs better by top of the bull run, ICP or VeChain? Considering selling my ICP to get into VeChain. So I mean, I can't tell you exactly the answer. I mean, I can't give financial advice. But I mean, we can take a quick look at ICP and VeChain collectively and kind of see something. All right, so VeChain, Bop. All right, so VeChain, pretty friendly tokenomic situation, 72.7 billion out of 86.7 max supply. That's really not that bad. 35th by market cap. We're sitting under 3.7 billion. VeChain is going to be very successful, very successful this next bull run. I will get into that in a minute. And I think ICP is going to be a winner as well. Do I wish I bought more ICP at $5, $4? Yes, I do. But it's at 13 now. I have not recently DCA'd into ICP, to be honest with you. I still have the ICP I bought a long time ago, but you know, max supply infinity situation. So we're going to have to look into, you know, how fast the supply grows in an infinity situation. But what I can say, just based off sentiment between the two, personally, I just put this tweet out this morning. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say this, but don't sleep on VeChain. And this is something I've said many times. VeChain, very, very big news today coming out of the VeChain camp. We're incredibly excited to announce the launch of our sustainability platform, the VBetter DAO, like V Better, Be Better. That's a bar. I like that. Alongside two new tokens, Better and Vote, VOT3, B3TR. The VBetter DAO is built to become the enabler of across industry sustainability DApp ecosystem, driving adoption of Web3 tech across enterprise and individuals with our X2 Earn strategy. Engage, Earn, Prosper. The VBetter DAO is the evolution of our Web3 for Better white paper launched last year in collaboration with the Boston Consulting Group. That is massive, by the way. And sees VeChain begin a new phase in driving mass adoption of blockchain technology to launch off the testnet. So to kick off the testnet launch of the VBetter DAO, we are launching a series of airdrop campaigns to get better tokens in your hands, allow you to engage with the platform and join our new journey. All earned tokens will be translated 1-to-1 on the mainnet. I think this is a really solid push coming from VeChain, and certainly, you know, I will copy paste my tweet in the chat there, so you guys can get involved on the VBetter DAO and get some of those better tokens in the airdrop. This is the kind of stuff VeChain does, man. Like they're really all out assault this year in terms of their marketing push. In terms of, I mean, guys, what people? I just pasted the link in the chat if you want to get involved in the VeChain airdrops in the future. I think people really sleep on the VeChain UFC partnership. You really can't. You really can't. I mean, the UFC, combat sports in general, extremely popular. I'm very aware that there's the people that hate it and the people that love it. And if you hate it, that's fine. But the people that love it are engaged. And I certainly think that VeChain getting that type of visibility cannot hurt. I'm big on VeChain, if that answers your question, Jake Morgal. All right. We got a $5 super chat from my guy, Brian Brumfield. I know the top AI plays are Render and Singularity, but how do you feel about NewNet being on Cardano a good AI play? That is something I saw, but not something I learned that much about. I remember who was talking to me about that. Was it Big Pay? Maybe. I need to bring Big Pay back on the channel. He's I really like him, and he's been kicking some serious ass lately with his new project. I'm gonna write this one down and circle back with you on that because I don't know enough about it to talk about it publicly. But I feel like, you know, anything Cardano touches is probably going to be pretty good. Shout out to my guy, Charles Hosky. All right, we got a $5 super chat from Tristan Gage. As someone who may or may not be all in on Algo and HBAR, I really need that price prediction to come out. Well, Tristan, I did my Algorand price prediction, so you're halfway there. And I've done an HBAR price prediction in the past, but the revised one that's going to come out eventually might change a couple things there. So I'm just gonna say that and keep going. There will be, obviously, I will cover all the big ones on the price prediction department, but I can't just unload them all the big ones right away. I gotta string them out. I agree with the most recent super chat. I mean, not just normal chat. Charles Hoskinson for president. I would vote for him. And JC saying, don't forget the Crow also has the UFC partnership. That is quite true. But I am, as you guys know, I am sponsored by PHEMEX, so we cannot talk about the Crows. We cannot talk about them. That's just not fair. And I also will say, for anybody out there, definitely make sure you go sign yourself up for PHEMEX. Link down below in the description. Been doing very well trading on PHEMEX, holding on PHEMEX. I was very glad to be able to buy a big bag of Pyth before it ran up. This project does very good to get all the new coins. I'm not allowed to say, but I know I helped a project get a listing here that will be listed very soon. And I think that will obviously help them as well. Man, this platform is just, it's so good. It's so good. You don't need to KYC anytime you trade. You do need to VPN, but yeah, shout out to PHEMEX. It's absolutely amazing. And they will be having a platform come out kind of soon that's similar to like a Friend Tech Telegram type group. But I also am doing an actual Telegram alpha group here very soon. I've been working painstakingly with PAL actually to get it set up, PAL AI. And what I'm going to do is that I want to, what is KYC is know your customer. You know, like when you sign up for Coinbase, you know, you have to send your ID and all that. You don't have to do that at PHEMEX. But anytime you trade, you need to use a VPN on any platform for safety. So JC said, AJ, would you still buy Pyth? I missed that one. Yes. Yes, I would. Yeah, but like I was saying, my Telegram group, exactly. So man, so what I'm doing with this is that I want to, I'm still kind of working out the kinks on if I'm going to have, maybe I'll do my free group at PHEMEX and then do the paid group on Telegram. But what I'm also thinking is that I want to give everybody an option to check out the Telegram group before making a decision on if they want to pay for it or not. I'm going to be putting all my setups there. Like when I trade a lot, and I don't put everything on the internet. I keep a lot of it to myself, but I'm going to be way more public once I get the alpha groups going. And with that being said, what I'm going to do is, if you want to get in the alpha Telegram group once it comes out, I'm not sure exactly on the date when it's going to come out, but it's coming. When that happens, if you want to get a free 2-week trial in the Telegram group, all you have to do is sign up for PHEMEX using my link down below, and that will get you in the group for free for 2 weeks. You can check it out. And then if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to pay for it, you can pay for it. But that'll be awesome. Karen says, I need an alpha group hoodie. I think that's a great idea. I think anybody who signs up for the alpha group, maybe if I do like 1 month X, 6 month X, and if you 6 months, you get an alpha group hoodie, and Karen gets one for free. Okay, I like that idea. That sounds good to me, and I'm sure Karen's happy about that as well. All right. Marsh said he's bullish on PAL. Thoughts on AIT? Lots of channels talking about it, not as friendly on tokenomics. AIT. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back to this. Click this over here. Yeah. If you haven't signed up for PHEMEX yet, do that. Please do that. It's the best. You're going to thank me later. You really will. AIT protocol. It's at just inside the top 600, $62 million market cap. Okay. Not even 10% in tokenomics. Website. I'll just check out the Twitter. AI data infrastructure. AIT pioneers decentralized first Web3 bid. Oh, BitSensor subnet. Oh, okay. BitTensor. Yeah. Hey, man, maybe this is a pick. I mean, I don't know every coin inside the top 600. I can tell you that, but hey, maybe this is a pick. I don't know. I'll definitely keep this tab up and read about it a little bit more later. All right, we got a $5 super chat from my guy Zapster. Do you think the bull market will end earlier than expected, and how do you feel about Coty? Well, I mean, with the bull market, ending, it's hard to tell, man. Like, no one has a crystal ball, but I will say that so far, the Bitcoin halving cycle has been spot on the money. Year and a half after the halving has been the top every time. So I'm going to go into this next run, sticking to the rule book. Basically, do I think it'll throw us a curveball? Will it maybe even go longer? Maybe it'll cut off a couple months shorter, trying to there's so many variables, like Jacob said in the chat, that you can't really predict that. But what you can do is just stay vigilant. You can, spend a lot of time staring at charts, a lot of time glued to Crypto Panic, a lot of time on Twitter, trying to figure out the sentiment. I mean, being in alpha groups, all the things, stay connected, network up. That's the best way to time the market. But that's hard to say. But Coty, COTI, yeah, I think I still have a small bag of Coty in my Nami wallet. Yeah, I remember buying that one way back in the day. We can check it out right here on CoinGecko really fast though. COTI, fairly good tokenomics, more than 75% of the way there. Not even, oh man, if COTI went to $1 billion. Yeah, let's actually check that out. Check that out. I mean, this coin has picked up pretty significantly in the past little while. I know, like, if you look at the monthly, look at this. I mean, we're talking beginning of February, 5 cents. Right now, 23 cents. That's what's up. But the thing is, it's still only a 365 million market cap. I mean, I feel like this could probably get to at least $1 billion. Let's check out what it would do if it went to $1 billion. I love this website here. They're called thecoinperspective.com, the best place to do moon math. They should sponsor me because I'm on this website all the time. Okay, COTI, insert custom market cap, 1 billion. Okay, so it would be 65 cents. Right now it's 24 cents. Interesting. I am bummed I have not bought more of this coin. I do have a little baby bag, but nothing crazy. Yeah, maybe. You got in at 12 cents. That's awesome. You doubled up. That's great. Good job. All right, we got my guy Lewis B. What do you think about CAS? I mean, I like CAS. I think that it's like there's a lot of arguments on if the CASPA he's talking about, by the way. There's a lot of arguments on, is Ethereum decentralized? Like, before the merge, there was a lot of Ethereum nodes owned by like Amazon or something. And now even after the merge, there's this whole argument about Ethereum not being completely decentralized. All right. And CASPA is kind of filling Ethereum's old shoes in the proof of work world. Like that, it is CASPA the real decentralized Ethereum that everyone wanted before? I kind of think that's really the narrative with CASPA. Definitely check out my my price prediction on CASPA I did a couple of months ago. I still stand by that price prediction. I think it is possible for CASPA to hit $1 from where it is. I don't think it will happen overnight. I think what will happen with CASPA is right around the time you get so bored holding it, 3 days after you sell it, it'll probably move like 40% overnight. It's one of those coins that just moves like that. It can go blah 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 boom, and it just goes. So if you want to be in the CASPA, conviction up, because that's just the way this thing moves. All right, Kenan Hinson. AJ/Allen spelled incorrectly, Kenan. It's ALLAN, and we don't talk about him. This is Allen. We don't talk about him. We talk to AJ. Forget all that Allen shit. When do you think you're going to get a retracement? I don't know. When do you think I'm going to get a better name? I don't know. I don't know when we're going to get a retracement because you said my real name. I'm not answering that question. Tyler Gray, eyeing any trade today? ? Let's talk about it. Really quick. We do have 300 people, just about 300 people in the house today. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. If you haven't already, 24% of you watching the show are not subscribed. You curse. I'm mad about it. Okay, I'm mad about it. And Glitter Queen says Alan is an alter ego. This is true. There are 8 of me. There's a committee, okay, of AJ, but we're not going to get into the whole committee today. But there are a lot of me's. I will say that much at least. All right, so let's get into this. Actually, I'm going to run through a couple stories before I go into charts, but I am going to get into some trades here in a minute. All right, this is interesting. The IRS, everybody, turns to private sector crypto experts to boost enforcement, and that's probably the best thing they could do because they're gonna have to get people that actually know what's up to actually enforce the things. It almost is tax season. You should probably already be done thinking about your taxes for last year. Obviously, I haven't yet because I'm lazy, but they hired executive advisors. A formal global head of tax at the private blockchain software technology firm. I mean, they are trying to bolster up that enforcement right here, bolstering crypto enforcement. My point here, everybody, is to not get into the nuts and bolts of this story, but and remember, as a reminder, IRS launched Operation Hidden Treasure in 2022 as a part of its crackdown on the individuals who did not report crypto on their income taxes. All I'm going to say here is that I'm not going to argue about what is or what is not crypto tax law. I'm going to go off with my accountant tells me because he's the one that files my taxes, so I don't get in trouble. But what I'm going to say here is don't mess around with this. Don't mess around with this. If you're into crypto, if you made money, buy all your taxes. Just do it. It's not worth it. Tax evasion is no joke, everybody. It's no joke. Just don't mess around. Don't play with fire. I know it's an unfortunate thing. I mean, especially when you start making a lot of money. Paying taxes sucks. Paying taxes sucks so much. I hate it. But I don't know. We like living here, right? You know, I mean, we can complain about how unfair the game is all day, but at the end of the day, you know, pay your taxes. That's my whole message, everybody. I'm gonna skip that story because it's kind of boring. I'm gonna skip that story because it's kind of boring. I think this story is boring, and I don't think this story is boring though. Uniswap, man. Uniswap has a really strong narrative right now. Uniswap decks to launch web wallet extension. No more pop-ups, no more transaction windows. I think this is a probably very smart move from Uniswap. They're launching a web extension for their native wallet. The announcement from yesterday, the waitlist is currently available for users who have claimed a uni.eth username. Will be sharing access to Uniswap extension beta in the order of username claims. I think this is big. Especially for a lot of people heavily involved in DeFi and, you know, trading coins that you can't get from exchanges kind of things, yield farming, whatever it is. I feel like this is pretty strong narrative, and there's a reason Uniswap is as big as it is. You know why? Because of this story, everybody. Because DeFi is decentralized, and a lot of people have really big wallets with names that are not attached to their name. MetaMask will try to make you KYC, but there obviously are still ways to not have your name attached to wallets. So I do appreciate the growth of the DeFi sector and what they're doing, but it is kind of interesting to see how it continues to grow and how long it's going to last. God knows. This is very interesting. Ethereum, man. Ethereum's Dencum upgrade officially activated on all test nets. I said test nets. Ethereum Dencum upgrade is officially live on all test nets, setting the stage for its mainnet activation on March 13th, everybody. March 13th, big day for Ethereum. Put that date on your calendar. This upgrade introduces the Proto-Dank sharding. I always mess that up. With EIP 4844 aimed at slashing layer 2 transaction costs. Dencum follows the Chapella upgrade, enhancing Ethereum with new features like ephemeral data blobs and improvements across consensus and execution layers. So this is, the whole conversation with sharding, man. This is a conversation that goes back years and years and years. And basically, Ethereum, they're not doing sharding in the original form that they were going to do it. They're not doing it that way because the layer 2s kick so much ass that they didn't need to do it. So they went with Proto-Dank sharding instead. I read this article somewhere that explained the entire thing. If I find that article, I will send it to you guys. I'll put it in the chat like tomorrow or something if I find it. But yeah, this is really big for Ethereum. I think I have another story tied to this as well. I think it might be this one here. Ethereum, as L2 users rise to 3 million, will it impact the network? Kind of addressing the scaling issues. And I kind of feel that, with the upgrade, that definitely is aimed at scaling and aimed at, speed and efficiency. So I kind of feel it's kind of a nod to that. And it's good to see that, Ethereum layer 2 crossed 3 million users for the second time in history, and total TVL, or total value locked, also hit record highs. So love to see that. Let me check the chat really fast. I thought I saw a couple of things come through I missed yet. Dank sharding, guys. SHARD shard. Okay, we're all caught up. Just checking the chat. Got to check in, making sure you guys are keeping it PG in there. All right. Got to check out this story. I like this story. Here it is. 4.6 million strong. Cardano network sees massive growth in new wallets. This is why I'm getting bullish on Cardano. I've always been bullish on Cardano, but recently I've kind of, I've been so all right, I'm going to pull back out. And before I pull back in here, recently I've been so focused on trying to find like the sleeper picks, you know, like the Arweave calls that I've been making, like stuff like that. I've been focusing on those coins, and then I kind of realized yesterday, like, AJ, like, why don't you focus on like the really popular coins too? Like, duh, you're kind of missing out. Like, you're not, you know, you're not focused. Like, have you read anything about Polkadot lately? Have you read anything about Cardano? Like, why don't you like try to, you know, because I always, my brain, the way it works, I'm just trying to find the next thing constantly. I'm not like thinking about what I already know. And I know I don't even know why it hit me, but yesterday I was just like, dude, I need to stay bullish on Cardano. Especially seeing the comments in the GRT price prediction, make a Cardano price prediction. A lot of those comments popped up. You know, so definitely they're seeing these stories like this is kind of adds to that recent sentiment for me, like my kind of my newfound incentive to talk about Cardano, man. I think it's really going to be a winner. Like, is it going to have that crazy upside? No, but is it going to be consistent? Hell yeah, it's going to be consistent. It's a great anchor to have in your portfolio. Yeah, so this is amazing. According to Cardano Blockchain Insights, there was an impressive jump of nearly 90% in wallet creation from 1,706 on February 2nd to 3,227 on February 23rd. So we are talking a pretty significant jump there in one day. Although growth rate has slightly slowed since then, overall trend remains positive with the total number of wallets approaching 4.6 million. Here is a little chart of all the Cardano wallets. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's really bullish. It's hard to not be bullish on Cardano, everybody. Shout out to the ADA gang. That's right. I called it the ADA gang. They want you to say Cardano community. I'm still in the ADA gang. Shout out. If you're in the ADA gang, put hashtag ADA gang down in the chat. The Cardano community is trying to be too PC for me. I don't like it. All right. All right. And once again, I will say this. I will just circle back and say one more time. Don't sleep on VeChain. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. I wouldn't sleep on VeChain. I don't know why you would. All right. Want to look at a couple charts here. Wait, there was one more thing I wanted to do before we looked at charts. 1 second. I'm scrolling. Where's it at? Almost there. Oh, can't find it. I'm looking. So far down. Oh, here it is. Okay. Share this tab instead. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. EST, I will be interviewing Min and Yi from Algorand Para. It's going to be a really good interview. Also, I said there would be a giveaway if this tweet got to 75 retweets and we'd talk. Guess what? This tweet is at 82 retweets, everybody. 82. I asked for 75. It got to 82. That means that there will be an Algorand giveaway in this tweet, in this Twitter space tomorrow, Thursday, 2 p.m. EST. But you have to be present in the space to have a chance to win the giveaway. So with that said, I copy pasted the link to this in the chat. Sir, I'm probably going to do like a type of retweet, or maybe it's a different type of tweet about this space later as well, to try to get a little bit more involvement. I think it's going to be a really good space, to be honest. But you know, there's a lot of people in Algorand that face forward, and there's a lot of people that are kind of behind the scenes, and there are some behind the scene people at Algorand that are amazing smart, with Min and Yi being two of them. So certainly make sure you are at that Twitter space, learn a little bit more about Algorand, a little bit about Para Wallet, and you know, maybe win some Algorand. So there you go. Ada gang in the chat. There's the Ada gang. They're back. Oh my God. I'm going to screenshot this and be like, we're done with the Kamar. We're done. All right. I'm going to start with Karen Harris down to, yep. I screenshot this. I brought the Ada gang back today. It says French Toaster said Ada gang ain't nothing to F with. That's great. Yeah, I'm definitely tweeting that out later. We brought the Ada gang back. You know, the Cardano community, they can go watch, you know, Frankie Candles or whatever. The Ada gang, we're here at AJ Writes Crypto. I love it. All right. So, all right, let's look at some charts here, everybody. Let's look at some charts. Share this tab instead. We're sharing the tab. All right. So I will touch on this. And if you watched the video yesterday, you're already up. If you watched the video yesterday, you're already up, because this is the Phantom chart. Phantom is in that video that I talked about, you know, the 8 crypto pre-halving picks. This video right here, Phantom was one of those picks. All right. And look at this, a cup and the handle. All right. And I already did the work here for the measured move, everybody. There's the measured move. This at 96 cents. I was talking about this yesterday when Phantom was at 43. All right. And it was just breaking through this support resistance level. This isn't the breakout point. This is just support resistance level. All right. The breakout point is actually here for the cup and handle. So I was actually talking about this yesterday at 43. And we are already up, 14% since just yesterday. We were talking about that. So shout out to anybody who bought any Phantom yesterday. Just to get to the breakout point from here would be a 15% pump. And if we break out from here and move to the top of the measured move, would be a 95% pump for FTM. Phantom has the whole Sonic upgrade narrative coming. I mean, Phantom has always been a solid pick. Shout out to my guy, SWFL Crypto. He put a trade in on FTM yesterday and woke up to money this morning. Shout out, man. Thanks for listening to the channel, bro. I got you. I absolutely got you. No problem. It's still 8 ganging. AJ versus Candle IFC2. He wouldn't do it. If we offered him $50,000, he wouldn't do it. But my point here is Phantom, it's ripping, everybody. It's ripping. Chance it could retest, has been moving pretty hard. A lot of things have been moving pretty hard. Today's one of those scary days to buy because things, when things pump like this, it's always, I do kind of hesitate a little bit before buying. Even though the trend is your friend, you do want to keep that in mind. I'm not saying like try to short, but when you get this, when we're kind of moving like this, it's not bad to buy. Like I picked up some Phantom yesterday, but I should have bought more. I actually moved $1,000 to PHEMEX yesterday to buy Phantom and fell asleep and didn't buy it. But at least I have some. But I have a pretty good big bag of Phantom, and I have $500 in Phantom. That's already $600 in Phantom in my public portfolio that we buy because I put no. Excuse me. I bought $250 in Phantom from my public portfolio, and that's already up. I think $50. Yeah, not bad. Phantom is a big pick for me. If you guys haven't caught that already. All right, Algorand, man. I'm telling you guys, these setups here, a lot of them are similar. Because if you kind of zoom out, look it. Do you see it? There it is. Okay. There it is. Now, Algorand's approaching the breakout. Would be the top of this right there. Would be, excuse me. I'm looking at the Cardano chart. Cardano with the cup and handle, actually. I thought we were looking at Algorand. Cardano also has a cup and handle type setup. Now let's do the measured move for Cardano. I thought we were talking about Algorand. I saw the A. I didn't think of anything else of it. All right, so there would be this. Let's pull this measured move up. Cardano wasn't even on my list, and here we are making a measured move on a cup and handle setup. And we are talking what? 64% pump to $112. And another thing I noticed about Cardano yesterday is back in the bull run, Cardano spent a lot of time between around $1.03, this support resistance right here, to $1. I'm going to leave the pump out of this, but just the majority of the value area between $1.03 and $1.58. It's been about 173 days. It spent the majority of 173 days between about $1.03, 99 cents to $1.53. And what I want to point out about Cardano, everybody, is take a little gander to the right side of my screen and look at the volume profile. Of course, it went away because I did that. All right, come back, volume profile. I didn't mean to make you shy. Okay, and this is what I want you guys to notice is that Cardano is currently right here. Here's the price of Cardano. And is there a lot of volume down here at 37 cents? Yes, there is. But guess what? Cardano is approaching a low volume node. Okay, here's the low volume. It would come up, low volume again, and come up. This point right here is actually right at this support resistance level. All right. There's a lot of volume is sitting at $1.20. A lot of volume from the last bull run. This node right there. And because it's approaching a low volume node, I would not be surprised at all to see Cardano go up from here to at least here to 89 cents to this volume node, the smaller one, would be a 33% move, no big deal. And if we went up here to $1.20, $1.21 would be 84% pump for Cardano. It is really hard to not be bullish on Cardano right now. There are a lot of cup and handle setups. So many cup and handle setups. Check in the chat. Digital Destiny asking, AJ, where did you learn to read these charts as well as you do? That is a good question. You want to know the secret? You want to know my trick? Is that, well, first of all, when I was in school, I took my school very seriously from kindergarten to college. And that was because I raced dirt bikes. And if I did not get an A, I was not allowed to go racing on the weekends, and I was going racing on the weekends. So in my educational experience, I really learned how to learn, really learned how to retain information. So practicing kind of mental, there's a lot of tricks that you can teach yourself with acronyms or whatever to remember a lot of information. That's step one. Step two is that when I decided that I wanted to do crypto full time, I took crypto more seriously than any college exam, more seriously than any class, more like it was, like I said this before I signed off yesterday, is that, this is the most serious test you'll ever take in your life. And if you get an A, you become a millionaire. So, I always kind of thought of crypto like that. And I study crypto. Like if you had a test tomorrow, if you had an algebra exam, calculus, whatever, you'd spend all night studying, right? Right. Well, I study crypto as if I had a test tomorrow, except the test is every single day because I have a live stream and I do all these shows and I need to be well read. And when someone says something in the chat that I don't know, it actually pisses me off because I spend so much time focusing on crypto. When I don't know something, I'm like, I feel so dumb right now. Why didn't I study that? I get mad at myself. So what my digital destiny, I learned how to read charts from watching people who are better than me, watching people who clearly know what they're talking about. Couple shout outs to Crypto Face for sure was my main inspiration. Crypto Revolution was a big help with me in charts. He kind of dropped off the face of the earth though. He did a lot of stuff and then he just stopped posting one day. I don't know. I guess he made his money. I don't know. He was a big help. Maybe he has posted. I haven't checked, but I know last I checked, he hasn't posted. Yeah, and just a lot of just Google, YouTube, what is this? What is that? I would literally plan out my days from the second I woke up to the second I went to bed. Today, I'm going to learn about this. I actually have this book that I printed out from Crypto Revolution right here, back when I did their Telegram group. And here's the crypto thesis from Masari from 2023. And I make these books and I read all this. This is really good stuff here. And then in the back of this binder is the Crypto Revolution book. And this kind of goes into all the charts, like descending, broadening wedge, blah, blah, blah. Descending triangle, blah, blah, blah. This was a big help to me. The thing is that this is kind of not high quality. And what I'm actually working on is I'm going to do what I'm currently referring to as the playbook. That's going to be much more involved than that. That was my inspiration for what I'm doing, but I'm going to take what he did and, go to the moon with it and make the pages much more full, make the charts more interactive and have little, when you studied in school, there would be the little test at the end of the chapter. I'm going to have a little test, multiple choice and stuff like that. I have so many crazy ideas for how to help people study crypto. Cause that's really what got me to where I am with studying crypto. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I do have, more of a book, but I think the picture type book with all the charts and the tests at the end and stuff like that, that's going to be the one that everyone loves. So yeah, but one day at a time, seriously. And I tell you, there's 360 people right here, 360 people, guys. If even if you've already made money, that's great. But you guys, you can spend, it's only 11:23 here on the East Coast. When you're done watching this show, or when you're done watching Ben's show, if you watch Ben after me, whatever, when you're done this, go study, read, look at charts, watch a video. I used to spend every bit of 6 to 8 hours a day learning about crypto. I still do. But there are so many people that are right at that point where they're really about to make life-changing money, or they're really about to move back in with their parents. If you're standing on that fence, just jump in, both feet, no half measures at all. Like, just go, do it. Study at least 2 hours a day, minimum. Really, I would say 4 hours, but 2 hours is a lot for some people. So, put the work in, guys. Put the work in. I'm going to keep moving, but I do want to send that message to you guys because that's how I did it. Yeah, Christian Lay, man, I spend about 8 hours a day looking at a chart. Facts, dude. Facts. That's how we go. Yeah, this is how I study, Jacob, and that's good. There are some people like our visual, are auditory learners. They like to watch things. I'm more of a read person. I can be a hands-on learner as well, but I'm a big reader. Reading really helps. All right. Shout out to my guy Crypto Thorn, just made his fourth $50 scalp. Made $200 already. Shout out to Crypto Thorn. Good job, dude. That's how it's done, man. Small wins, a lot of small wins. That's better. Maurice Guy, great channel. He's from North Ireland and he's praying for my grandmother. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the Algorand cup and handle. I got you. Sorry, I went on a little rant there. I do that sometimes. It's just, you have these opportunities to try to help, try to teach, try to, make, if there, even if you guys watch this channel for an hour, if you get 2 golden little nuggets of information that make a difference, job done. I did my job. And I know that I'm helping way more than I'm hurting. I don't think I'm hurting at all, but there's obviously a lot of haters out there, and it does, to a level, it does bother me. But at the same time, I just have to be grateful for the people I help and just put the people that are pissed off out of mind, because there's always going to be haters, especially in crypto. All right, so Algorand, daily cup, daily chart, cup, handle, clear as day. So many cup and handle setups. And this would be the breakout point. All right. Boom, breakout point. All right. And so Algorand is already at 22 cents. I love to see that. We are a 14% pump away from the breakout point itself, which is the local top here from Christmas time. Remember Christmas time? And then we came down to 16 cents, and this was a big buy area, everybody. I bought a lot of Algorand down here. Do you know why? Because 16 cents was a big support resistance level from way back here, way back there. See that 16-cent level came up time and time again. So, Algorand did kind of scare us a little bit. It went a little bit under, but, charts do that to try to get you out, even from over here. But, when Algorand fell here and didn't truly lose this level, sometimes charts will go a little bit below it. And everyone will be like, oh, it broke structure. That's not the end of the world. You have to give yourself some wiggle room to be wrong. Like, for example, like in this situation, it went there, but it didn't lose this. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of be aware of that. But, I bought a lot of Algorand down here, 16 cents. I mean, we're already up 38% on that. And with the measured move, which I already have right here, from the cup and handle. So basically, I'll just do it again so you guys can learn. So basically what you do is to do a cup and handle. There's the cup and the handle, right? So this right here, this line across is the breakout point, this one. And when it breaks out, it should go through it won't always, but it should go to the measured move. So to do the measured move, you draw from the bottom of the cup to the top of the breakout point, and you pull this up from the bottom to the top of the breakout point, and then you measure from here to the top, and we have an 86% move to 41 cents. So there's your cup and handle for Algorand. I could not be more bullish on Algorand if I tried to be. Man, they are really working on it. They are doing so well. Just in the background, man, there's so much going on there, and it's so hard. It's so hard to be to not be bullish on Algorand. I know I talk about it a lot, but there's a reason for that, because the people that are really have been on the board with Algorand here, we're going to make a lot of money, everybody. We're going to make a lot of money, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It is going to happen here. Some people in the chat just mad for no reason. Okay. Moto Bull 558. Hey, I think he's one of my motocross friends that came over from Johnny Hopper's channel. Thanks for being here, man. All right, let me know if you're coming to Daytona this weekend. We'll hang out. Sup, AJ? First cycle. Which first cycle L1 has the most potential to have a Solana / ADA type run? Sui, SEI, Zeta, Aptos, TIA. Thanks, GOAT. That's a good question, man. I mean, you know, and this is kind of the thing is like, I would really like to see like the thought experiment where you put like last cycle's L1s against this cycle's L1s. And in my opinion, I feel like this cycle's L1 might have the big winner, but I feel like last cycle's L1 will be more consistent. I think Zeta is going to be a big one. Cassie told me about Zeta way before it popped, and I should have listened to her, man. I got to give it to the Duchess, dude. She called it. You know, obviously a lot of people feel the way they feel about her, but she is very, very smart, and she pays attention to crypto, and I'll give it to her. She called Zeta a mile away. I'll show you the chart. Zeta. Boom. 2 hour chart. Look at this. See this line down here? This is where we talked. About it. She said, hey, can you look at this chart for me? I said, sure. And then it was here and it came down. It was down here. And I said, well, it's a new chart, so we don't have much to go off of. But I would say once it gets above this line, once it breaks out above this line, go long from right there. And she said, okay. And of course, the alarm went off. I didn't buy it because I thought it was too new of a project. I didn't know shit about it. And then, 70% to where it is now, 90% to the local high. And Zeta's just getting started. I think Zeta's going to be a big winner. The thing is, and then this was also another coin in my top 8 picks to target pre-halving. I think Zeta is going to be a winner. Out of SUI, SEI, I don't know if Zeta is going to be the number one winner out of them. That would truly be a guess. With TIA, I don't know if that one has the best tokenomics. I could be mistaking it for another project though. Here, let me double check that. TIA. I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at right now. One sec. Oh, that's Celestia. Okay, I'm thinking of Tau, the bid tensor. That's different. Yeah, and TIA also doesn't really have good tokenomics. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about 16% there, a little more than 16%. But yeah, this is one that I have slept on this project big time. I completely slept on this project. Shout out to my guy, Operation Shutdown, man. Thanks for being here. Crypto King, Algorand moves slowly. It moves slowly, but purposefully. Sometimes I just butcher words. I'm just like, hey, word, blat. I just mess it up. Oh, man. Wait, who lost the wrench? I don't know. Oh, okay. I get it now. I missed what happened there. Doesn't Crypto Nate? This is a very good question, Crypto Nate. Does it make you nervous that Bitcoin is 12% away from its all-time high and most alts aren't even close? I know alt season and all, but ADA, for example, was 80% away from its all-time high. Okay, Nate, very, very good question. This is probably the best question we've had on the whole live stream. From my guy Crypto Nate A. Everybody go give Crypto Nate A some love. Because he asked the $1 million question. He did, and I'm going to give you $1 million answer. All right. This is what we need to focus on. It's right here, bro. One second. I'm pulling the chart. What we need to focus on is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. All right. So let's not really worry about, anything before 2021. We're going to use last bull run as a gauge. So remember, this right here is the top. This right here is the top when Bitcoin dominance was at, excuse me, I'm wrong. That's December of 2020. This was before the big alt run. Okay. I'm wrong. Excuse me. Where is September of 21? November of 21 is right here. This one. Okay. It is, oh, I wasn't trying to, it's in here. Okay. This was the top of last bull run in Bitcoin dominance. As you see, we're already above that. Okay. And how it works is when Bitcoin dominance has these kind of slides down, like, because like right here, Bitcoin dominance wasn't at its all-time, it wasn't anywhere special when Bitcoin was at the top. Actually, there was a local high. I mean, the local high for Bitcoin dominance was actually in July of 2021. But then in October, this is what's important. This right here, this little top, this was October 16th. And if you go back and you look at the altcoins from October 16th to, November, Bitcoin dominance was falling. All right. So now Bitcoin is actually at a lower price than it was back then, higher up in dominance. Okay. So what this has always been, this little back and forth fella here, this has always been the story with the alt pumps lately. Because if you go back and look at, this is a 2-day chart, mind you, if you go back and look from here to here, what happened with the alts? They pumped. What happened from here to here? They pumped. What happened from here to here? They pumped. Right now, Bitcoin dominance is continuing up, and Bitcoin dominance is higher than it was at the top of the last bull run. What does all this information tell us? First of all, the Bitcoin ETF is a big, giant narrative because institutions are buying Bitcoin in droves. Secondly, the Ethereum ETF on the horizon will also add extra institutional money to that. So you're asking me, Nate, what about the alt? Why are we lagging? First of all, Bitcoin dominance, we are in a new value area. If you consider this the old value area, Bitcoin dominance is now in a new value area. But there will be a point in this chart where I guess it's going to come up to here. Where we are right now, I am going to fully answer this question, but I want to paint the full picture here. Okay, I really want to give you the context so you understand. Is these two support resistance levels have been hit over and over, like here, and I have them here because when they get rejected is when the altcoins pump. Okay, so if we are looking to get to here and get rejected, or are we going to discovery? All right, basically, this is what you're forgetting, Crypto Nate. This is what you're forgetting, is that we are still pre-halving. We are still pre-halving. What we are building up to, it will be like something we have never, ever seen before. Altcoins aren't supposed to be really ripping right now. I mean, there's always a pump before the halving. There's generally always a flush out right around it. And then, once the halving happens, set your clock for a year and a half. It will be, unpredictable. No one has a crystal ball, but Bitcoin is pumping as hard as it's pumping because of the inflows from the ETF. And, and I think that Bitcoin's going to pump with it being this high pre-halving. When it actually comes around and people take profits from Bitcoins, the alts are going to explode. There will come a time in this whole thing where Bitcoin finally starts to turn, and when Bitcoin turns down, the alts are going to rip. This is how it works. But I'm going to tell you that it is pre-halving. We still have a year and a half, more than a year and a half, until the projected top of the next bull run. If you go to the day of the halving for the past, all the bull runs before, and you multiply the day of the halving by 4, that is your price at the end of the day. That has happened every time. Scaramucci said that quote a couple weeks ago. He's spot on the money. So, I mean, the higher Bitcoin gets before the halving, I mean, what if Bitcoin hits $80,000 before the halving? Multiply that by 4. You see my point? So don't get impatient with the alt. This is how it works. The alt obviously will have a lot more upside. What do I think of Ben's end prediction of April Fool's Day 2025? I actually think that's a smart type prediction. I don't know. I have to talk to more of his idea behind. I didn't hear him say that. But what I will say is that Bitcoin has done very comical things in the past. I remember there was like a pump on Thanksgiving and a massive dump on Black Friday, because you think, Black Friday, everything's on sale. Even crypto was on sale. I've seen that happen before. So for it to fall April Fool's Day would kind of line up, with when those kinds of things happened. But I don't know, man. I think that it's probably going to go it further in. This is actually what I think. I think that the ETF and the Ethereum ETF, they will both be gone. They will both be up by the time, we get really into 2025. And I think that because of the institutions really finally seeing the silver lining with Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin go way further and the altcoin season go way longer, because there would be so much more money in crypto and there'd be so much more incentive to get into crypto that they're just going to keep pushing it. That's kind of what I see happening. I think it might take a little bit longer to really get there, but I think it's going to last longer once it takes off. I mean, the top of the last market, we were at 3 trillion on the total market cap. This time we're going to be 7 to 10 at least. I think it's going to go further. I don't have a crystal ball, but that's my suggestion. That's the way I see it. It could be wrong. I think maybe Ben and I could have a 1 episode crossfire conversation about that, and then we'll wrestle at the end. All right. Crypto Capstone, $10 super chat. Thanks for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you. At least its current rate of 3.5% a day over the last few days, Bitcoin will be close to 140,000 by March 31st. Oh man, that would be something. The current buying pressure is now 10 times what it normally should be. Thoughts, man? Exactly. Is that the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is becoming more and more scarce. I mean, it's flying off exchanges. The ETF inflows have just been crazy, just pushing up demand for crypto. And then the thing is that once these new people get involved and get skin in the game and see the returns, that's when they're going to be like, oh, I made all this money on Bitcoin. How much money could I make on altcoins? And that's when we'll really see, the run effect. And I think March is going to be a massive month. I think March is going to be a big month for crypto. I think that if you can load up as much as you can in the next couple of days, I would do it if you can do it, because I think March is going to be big. And then maybe April, and then sell and May walk away. Maybe sell and May walk away. Round 5. Oh man, that's funny. AJ spreading the gospel, man. I'm trying. Yep, 61,740. Holy cow. Tyler Howes, what do you consider a good bag for algo? I consider a good bag for algo as much as you can comfortably afford. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, not everybody can. I wouldn't suggest you to go outside of your means to buy it. I wouldn't suggest you to be lopsided in your portfolio. Even if someone's portfolio is lopsided in Algorand, I'm still going to tell you your portfolio is lopsided, if that makes sense. Because there's so many good projects to be involved in. I mean, right now, let's look at the projects I'm big on. And how hard it is to make a portfolio with this many projects in it. Because I'm big on a lot of projects. Obviously, the large ones, XRP, Cardano, very, very large projects. High market cap projects. And then Chainlink, high market cap project. I like Solana. I hold a little bit of Solana. I even hold a little bit of BNB, but I'm not counting that one. So we're already at 4. We have Algorand. We have VeChain. We have the Graph. We have HBAR. We have Quant. We have Pyth. We have Phantom. We have Arweave. We have Pixel. We have, we're already past how many coins I'd like to be in a portfolio. I don't want to be in more than 10 coins. Why do I say that? Because do you know how hard it is to manage a portfolio with more than 10 coins properly manage it? Like, do you have time to, you're never going to sell them all at the same time. You're going to, the money's always made in the middle. You're never going to perfectly nail the top. You're never perfectly going to nail the bottom. You're going to make money in the middle. So like you're going to have to really make decisions on a case by case basis. And when you're making, 10 different decisions, you're going to make a couple of them wrong. But if you're holding a coin with 20 bags, you're going to have to make 20 decisions, and you're going to make way more decisions wrong because you're not paying attention to how the coins fluctuate when you're holding that many, when you're actually watching it. That's why I'm saying, like, dude, you don't want more than 10. I don't want more than 8 because it's hard to properly manage it. So and when I started naming coins, I stopped on purpose because there's so many more coins I'm bullish on. And the only thing I hate is when I do like a tweet saying like, oh man, like HBAR is gonna rip. Someone's always gonna say, what about algo? Oh my god, dude. Can I just do a tweet about HBAR without saying something about Algorand? Like, can I do a tweet about Cardano with you saying something about XRP? That tribalism shit drives me nuts, bro. It drives me crazy, man. AJ, is it better to spread more alt and have a mindset of 5 to 7x? I gotta pull this down because this is AJ, is it better to spread more alt and have a mindset of 5 to 7 or less alt for an 8 to 10? I mean, it depends on the alt. I mean, that strictly depends on what the market cap of is the alt right now. I'm saying that when you look at Cardano and realize it's a $22.7 billion market cap, regardless of, how the market cap and the multiplier is calculated, without even looking at that, how high can Phantom get? I mean, excuse me, I read the chat. How high can Cardano get realistically because of how large the market cap? How many X's can Cardano really put up with the market cap that large? When you compare it to a coin that has a $1 billion market cap, which coin's going to put in more X's? So that, your question, Raul, there is kind of more, what's possible based off of how many X's something can put up. That has less to do with, you see what I'm saying? It's kind of more about where the coin stands now and how high. Lee F, we already looked at the Bitcoin dominance chart. I agree with the Glitter Queen. You're never too late to DCA into the game. And Doug, thanks for the FTM tip yesterday. Hey guys, hey, I do this. I do this. And I put a lot of time into this, and it does make me feel good when people start to see like, oh, I should watch this video because he's about to tell me something for real. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I've been doing this time and time again, and I'm trying to get there. So Lee, definitely no problem going back in the video. But yeah, holy snap, I missed a super chat. I was about to sign off, but then the Glitter Queen said I missed a super chat. Mark Daly, DOVU built on HBAR carbon credits worth a look. Yeah, I actually saw a tweet about that yesterday. DOVU. I think maybe was it Mason or the HBAR bull? I forget. I saw that though. DOVU. That can't be it. I don't know if that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to circle back with you on that one. I saw a tweet about it, but I haven't. NewNet and DOVU are two projects I'm gonna look at today. Did another one come in? Oh, okay. Thoughts on Assemble protocol chart? To me, this has a quick 2 to 4x potential. Okay, Rob, I'm gonna do this and then I'm signing off. All right. First of all, I'm gonna share this tab. ASM Assemble protocol. We're talking, it doesn't even have a market cap listed, so I can't give you that much. Twitter, what is this project? Your points on blockchain. Okay, well, normally when a project has a Twitter, it should say, on the Twitter, what exactly it is they're doing. It just says your points on the blockchain. Okay, what does that mean? Okay. All right, now we're going to go to ASM on the chart, Assemble protocol. Okay, so on this daily chart, there's nothing there except for one candle, so that doesn't help me. Okay, and on this one, there's nothing at all except for didn't mean to draw that, a come up and a come down. So it looks like this, whatever this Assemble protocol coin is, that doesn't explain anything in their they explain absolutely zero. Oh, I did that thing. When I pulled I need to go this visual order, move back, move to new pane below. Okay. I mean, dude, there's nothing to go on here at all. It doesn't even say on their Twitter what they do. So I can't really give you much on this project. I don't even know what it is. I don't want to shill a project that I don't know about. That's a very small project, but it has, if it gets back to its local high, it'll go up 314%. So there you go. All right. I would suggest for everybody, if you're going to ask me to look at a chart on a project, please ask me to look at charts inside the top 500 so I can actually find stuff on them. I'm actually going to start vetting them before I pull the charts because I shouldn't have looked at that. I don't know what it is. It looks like their Twitter wasn't. When you see a Twitter for a project and there's nothing in the bio that doesn't say what it is, I'm just like, oh, points for Bitcoin. All right. Like I'm not doing that anymore. But I tried, Rob. I tried. Lee F, what do you think of the new Triumph motocross project? Well, I'm sad that Evan Ferry went down, and I'm sad that Jalek Swoll took a pretty bad crash in Arlington. They have a unlucky start to the season, unfortunately. I'm really upset for Austin Faulkner. I wish that didn't happen to him. He's a really good kid, and it went down real hard. So bummer. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna sign off. Another stream I've gone an hour and 15 now. You guys are absolutely amazing. Shout out to each and every one of you. There's still 362 people in the house. You guys rock. If you have not subscribed to the channel, 24% of my consistent viewers have not subscribed. I'm mad at you guys. So subscribe to the channel. I'd really, really appreciate it if you haven't already. Shout out to my sponsors, PHEMEX, Market Cypher, Crypto, Chips, all the links down below. Do yourself a favor. Sign up for PHEMEX if you haven't already. It's the easiest place to trade. It's the best place to trade. They have all the coins that you can't get on Coinbase. They have them on PHEMEX. So make sure you get on over at PHEMEX and get yourself some Pyth or whatever. Smash the like buttons on your way out the door. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. And why don't you maybe study for a couple hours today? Read some articles, watch some videos, take your time, learn how to learn. That's going to help you more than anything else. You got it. I believe in you. So you should too. Peace.